G'day cocktail lovers. March 5th is Absinthe Day and I thought I need to get in on this. I love a bit of absinthe in drinks, and for Absinthe Day, why not put a lot of absinthe in a drink? I've got one in particular. This, despite the name Jacques Thoreau, which sounds French, is made in Spain. Spain is one of only 2 areas in the world that continued to make absinthe when it was illegal in most of the world for most of the 20th century. And I do feel compelled to point out all the folklore about it is completely false. Not exaggerated, not highlighting isolated cases. It's completely false. The full story is a little complicated, but as a combination of, I think, the wine growing people worried absinthe was eating into their margins, and just your bog standard moral panic that happens, every couple of years. And absinthe was made the bad guy and got banned. And no, the wormwood thujone is not hallucinogenic, won't make you crazy. That simply isn't true. What is dangerous about absinthe is it's usually quite high alcohol content. It's almost always over 50%, 70% is common. This maker actually colour codes their absinthes. The colours are artificial. Green is 70%, red is 75%, blue is 80%, and black is 85%. And while I think it would be cool to have the strongest one, the black one actually makes your cocktails look ugly, and you still get some nice blue if you use this. As for what to actually make with my blue absinthe, I got inspiration reading the Expanse series of books. The second one, Caliban's War. They make reference to a drink that's very popular in a Belter bar called the Blue Meanie. Basically described as sweet, fruity, really high alcohol content and caffeine content. I thought, yeah, let's make something like that. And so this is how I made a Blue Meanie. Oh, and the absinthe I use in this is actually the last of my peach-infused absinthe that I was inspired by Ryan Doka to try, and it is pretty yummy. I was initially going to use 2 ounces in the recipe, but I had just 3 ounces left, and I thought, use it all up. This drink is dangerous. I do not recommend you do this. Blue Meanie, the venue says you can only have 2 in one night. This one, I think I'm going to limit myself to 1, possibly in my lifetime. But here's how I made it. In a shaker, I put 3 ounces of absinthe, and to that I added 1 ounce of a fruit sugar syrup, and then 1 ounce of lemon juice, and then I added a bunch of ice and shook it. And I just thought this would be more fun as a dirty dump. So I've just dropped it into a suitable glass, and for the caffeine, I topped the glass with an energy drink. Oh, looks like I'm drinking the proto-molecule. Stick a straw in there and it's remarkable how much the other ingredients have tamed the absinthe. A really strong licorice flavour is under control. Which honestly, that's kind of dangerous. I've got to remember to only sip this, don't get suckered in by the fruitiness. Really, if you make a drink like this, drink responsibly. Don't be going out doing crazy stuff and giving absinthe a bad name. I hereby swear, if I go out and do any really wild stuff, it's not the absinthe's fault. I'm just like that. In the meantime, I'm going to gently sip my Blue Meanie. Hope to see you another time. Until I do, cheers!